Hi, Facebook, hey, YouTube, it's just Gigi, and we are gonna make incredible oven-baked potato wedges. I just got this recipe, I'm excited to try it. So the first thing I had to do, excuse me 1 minute, is I had to parboil these. I cut them in wedges, and I parboiled them for like 4 minutes, okay? I boiled them, I've drained them, and I've let all the steam come up off them. So now we're gonna add the coating to them, okay? Let me pull up the recipe here. I've got it on my iPad and it keeps bouncing around and I lose it. Hope you guys are having a great day. I'm gonna make some mahi-mahi. Seems like a lot lately. And then I'm gonna make these potato wedges. So let's get busy and do them right now. For what we're gonna toss these wedges and then we're gonna roast them. So they've already been parboiled. So they're a little bit soft and on the outside they'll be crunchy. Don't they sound great? So first of all, we're gonna take a bowl and put our coating in here. Okay, so right now it calls for 2 tablespoons of oil. 1, 2, okay? And then we're gonna do 1.5 teaspoons of salt. Okay, there's one teaspoon. Guesstimate a half of salt. Okay, 1 heaping teaspoon of paprika. Now, I use a lot of paprika on chicken. It's great on potatoes. It adds that extra little spice. So we did a heaping of paprika, 1 heaping of garlic. Okay, heaping of garlic right here. Okay, and a 4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Okay, I think that's a 4th right there. Okay, I'm gonna throw that in there. And then it calls for a 1/2 teaspoon of dried thyme. It says you can use oregano. I have some of this right here. It's a little herbs that has that in that, so I'm gonna throw that in there. Okay, so it says now that we have our potato wedges and we have boiled them, let me go down here and it says now we're just gonna combine this stuff up. It is new, so I'm a little bit making sure I'm doing everything right way. So we're gonna mix all these together, right? We're gonna mix all this together. The oil, the paprika, all of this, because we're gonna put our potatoes in this right now. Okay, potatoes in there, and we're just gonna toss them, let them get good and coated on this with the seasonings, okay? So I'm using my hands. You know I love to use my hands when I cook. It just makes things easier. And my hands are filled with love. So therefore, everything will be good. And then the last thing we're gonna do is a 1/2 cup of Parmesan. And we're gonna gently toss and add that as one of the coatings, okay? So there we go. Seems like a lot of Parmesan, but I think it was for a recipe that maybe had a few more potatoes, but hey, these are gonna be delicious. Alrighty, so what are we gonna do now? Wash my hands. Wash my hands, guys. So the next part of this is gonna be so easy. We're gonna put some olive oil on this right here. You want to have maybe some parchment paper, a baking dish. We're gonna pour out some olive oil on here. You can spray olive oil, but I'm running out. So I am gonna go ahead and just do it like this. And then we just place all these yummy potatoes on here, guys. These are gonna be really delicious. Behind the game today, I was trying to have this all cooked up a little while ago, but I've been enjoying talking to some family on the phone, and before you know it, I tell you, the day clicks by, doesn't it? But here we go. I've got all these. Now, the next thing we're gonna do, when we get all these potatoes on here, wash my hands. And now I'm gonna see. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. think I was being a little too quick there, and now I dropped that, but that's okay. I'll clean up in just a minute. You can use spray. I'm going to see if I have spray. This spray would be great if it's still coming out. I think I have enough just to spray it, or you can use, you know, your olive oil and your, and this right here, your brush, okay? We can brush it on. I might put a little bit on here, make sure I've got enough. This is good, the olive oil on the bottom and on the top is gonna make these crispy, okay? So that spray was not coming out. Yeah, I just put a little on here and put it on top of all these potatoes. This is when we're gonna do it at 400, and it's gonna make these crisp up, and I believe they're gonna be absolutely delicious. Okay, see how they look? They're gonna be good. They're going in right now. 400. I've had some hush puppies in there. I've had some baked beans on. And then we're gonna have our beautiful mahi-mahi. Okay, my friends, I will be doing a reel. I will be showing you how these yummy things turn out. They should be soft on the inside, crunchy on the outside, lots of flavor. So it's the first time for me. Hope you enjoyed this little video, and hope you, if you're like me, I never met a potato that I didn't like. Love potatoes, always looking for new ways to share and eat potatoes. So have a blessed day. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we thank you so much. Bye-bye.